Hello, how are you KG3? Welcome today. Again, I'm going to take you through a lesson known as healthcare and environment. Please welcome. Before we start our lesson of today, let us sing a small song.
Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me. Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me. Mom took me to the store today to buy some seeds and dirt. And when we got home, we dug a big hole and got right to work. We buried the seeds inside the ground and watered them with the hose. I couldn't believe how easy it was to make something grow. Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me. Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me. I watered the ground every other day, and suddenly on the 11th of May, a bud sprouted high up in the air. All I could do was stop and stare. Every day it was something new. It grew and it grew and it grew and it grew. Now after 2 months I can see fruit for me on my beautiful tree. Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me. Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me. I know it takes more than one to give us food and oxygen, but together we can live long, and planet Earth will go strong, strong. Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me. Let's plant a flower. Let's plant a tree. Let's plant a fruit for you, for me, for you, for me, for you, for me, a tree.
With that short song, let us look at our topic of today of healthcare and environment. I have the topic plants. So we are going to learn about plants today. And our subtopic of today is types of plants. Types of plants. Now, my good children, let us first know what the word plants mean. What do you mean by the word plants? Okay, I will only use I will use the word plant and explain what the word plant means. A plant means anything that grows from the ground. It grows from the soil naturally. A plant is green in color, but not all plants are green in color. Okay, some plants grow naturally. That means no one puts them inside the soil to make them germinate. But other plants, we have to plant them. How do you plant these plants? Okay, I plant the plant by putting the seed It can be maize seed or bean seed. I put the seed inside the soil. Then I put the fertilizer or the manure. I put the water. I cover the soil. When I pour the water there, then the plant will start, or the seed will start to germinate. When it starts to come out from the soil, that means it is germinating, it is growing, and that's something that grows from the soil is what we call the plant. We have big plants, and we also have small plants, like the grass. The grass is a very small plant. We call it a plant, but it is very small. Now, let us go to our subtopic of today, types of plants. Here I have only drawn 2 pictures of the plant, but we have several types of plants. We have so many types of plants. In brief, I'll just show you some of the plants that we have, just to mention a few. Here I have a plant. I am holding this plant. This plant is called a sugarcane plant. This sugarcane, we eat it. I will tell you which part of it we eat later. We have another plant, of which we use. This is a plant. And this plant, in English, you don't really have a name for this plant. But this plant is called matembele plant. You see, it is lacking water, but we call it a matembele plant. I think all of us know about it. Another plant, in English, actually we lack several names for them, but we eat this one. It is called mchicha plant. This is another type of plant. I have another plant here, of which I'll be very brief with these other ones. Here I'm holding a bean plant. This is a bean plant. Okay, it is not having the beans yet, but it is a bean plant. And this one is a cassava plant. I've just taken a small part of it. It is not having the roots, so don't say it is not a plant. So this is a cassava plant. So other examples we look later. Let us look at these examples that we have on the board. I have here a plant drawn here, and this plant is called a banana plant. Look at it, it is having the leaves spreading out, and it is having the bananas. And these bananas we eat. I only have the leaf of a banana plant here, like these leaves here, because we have several types of plants. So this is one example of a plant that we have. Another example that I've drawn here, I have an orange plant. An orange plant. An orange plant is also another type of a plant, but it is very big. It is bigger than the grass plant, it is bigger than chicha plant, it is bigger than other plants. I have an example of an orange plant here, and I'm going to show you here. An orange plant is having oranges, and as you can see the oranges, the fruits are there. So these orange plants give us oranges. So just to name other examples, we have another plant here. Everybody has seen this type of a plant. This plant is called a carrot plant. We eat this carrot plant. It is a plant because it is just planted inside the ground. So it is also having the leaves up here. Okay, just to mention a few others that we have not shown here. We have maize plant. I have not shown the picture, but I know that you know maize plant. We have okra plant. Okay, we have eggplant plant. We have cabbage plant. We have spinach plant, avocado plants that give us avocados. And we have a lot of plants that you can mention them. I know you know them. Now, before I finish, I'd like us to go through the parts of a plant that we eat. These plants, all the plants that we have, we eat their parts. So I have written here parts we eat. Which parts? Parts of these plants. Which part do we eat? Okay, we have the leaves here. Other plants, we eat their leaves. But we don't eat the leaves of all the plants, because we don't eat all the plants. Others are poisonous. So I can only mention a few that we eat. Which plants do we eat their leaves? We have cabbage plants. You know the cabbage plants. We have the spinach plants. We have the chicha plant of shunyu. And we have the pumpkin plant. And also we have matembele plant. So those are the plants that we eat their leaves. Can you look at the plants that we eat their roots? We have the plants that we eat their roots. So the plants that we eat their roots are so many. Just to mention a few, this carrot plants is one example of the plants that we eat their roots. You see this carrot plant, it is under the ground. The leaves are up. So that means this carrot, it is the root. Another plant that we eat the roots, we have potato plant. The roots are underground. We eat the potato roots. Another plant that we eat their roots, we have cassava. Cassava, all of us eat the cassava, but we eat the roots of cassava. Another example is yams. We eat the yams, the fruit, the roots parts of yam plants. Okay, another example that we eat is the fruits. We have fruits. We want to see the plants that we eat their fruits. There are so many plants. Mentioning a few or 3 or 4. I have a banana plant. We eat the fruits. I have an orange plant. We eat the fruits. A mango plant. We eat the fruits. Pineapple plant. We eat the fruits. Guava plants. We eat the fruits. And grapes, and so many of them. We have the plants that we eat their seeds, like the maize, the beans, the rice, and the coconut. Coconut, we eat the seeds. Yeah, we eat the seeds of the coconut. And many others, just to mention a few. Okay, we have also one plant that we eat its stem. And that plant is here. We eat the stem of this plant. We remove the cover of the plant. When we remove the cover, this part of the plant, when we remove this cover, outer cover of this plant, this is what we call the stem of that plant. This plant I said earlier is called sugarcane. So we eat the stem of this sugarcane, my dear ones. This we peel. There is this one we peel the outer cover also. After peeling this sugarcane, then inside we have the fibers that when we eat, we swallow the water, we spit out the fiber. Okay, with many other examples, please, that marks the end of our lesson of today. Thank you for viewing and listening to me. Visit our website, as you should be doing. You'll have a lot of activities there for you. Please do upload them, do the work, submit them to our school, and we'll give you the feedback. Be blessed.